Part 8 of IELTS Vocabulary Builder, 10 words a day. Hello and welcome to part 8 of our 10-part series in spate. Spate. Spate is a noun and it refers to a rush or a flood of things happening. We can talk, for example, of a spate of traffic jams. Suddenly in a city we find that there are so many traffic jams. We can call them a spate of traffic jams. Or in our sentence we can say that climate change caused a spate of extreme weather events in recent years. Spectrum. Spectrum. Spectrum is a noun that refers to many ideas that relate to each other in an overlapping series, and we get it from the word spectrum to talk about the spectrum of colors, as we can see in this picture. Overlapping colors, overlapping ideas. So spectrum can refer to colors and spectrum can refer to ideas. Our sentence: he was confronted by a whole spectrum of ideas on how to address this issue. Sporadic. Sporadic. Sporadic is an adjective and it refers to something that happens occasionally or irregularly. We can also talk about the sporadic distribution of plants in a dry desert. Right? We can see in the picture that the plants are not according to any regular pattern. They just appear in a sporadic fashion. We can use sporadic in the business context. The meetings were infrequent and sporadic, leading employees to feel that they were not valued. Static. Static. Static is an adjective and it means something is not moving, something is immobile. Perhaps like this robot that is immobile in the sand. It is not moving, it is static. His effort to build a robot failed as it remained in a static position without making any movement or sound. Subjective. Subjective. Subjective is an adjective and it refers to a viewpoint based on one's own feelings or relating to one's own opinions. And I think we're all aware that every issue has two sides, perhaps to debate. And from each side, we can imagine the speaker to have subjective ideas. One is pro, another one is con, and their ideas are subjective. What we say personal experience is usually subjective and cannot be measured easily. Subside. Subside. Subside is a verb and it means to settle down, to sink, or to return to normal. Perhaps we can see here after a flood, the cars are trapped in the water, so we have to wait for the water to subside, to sink, the water levels to return to normal before we can drive the cars again. Our sentence: after the major shopping spree, activity subsided to a normal level. Surmise. Surmise. Surmise is a verb and it means to make up one's mind in the absence of complete information. And what better example than that famous detective Sherlock Holmes, who could make up his mind without having all the facts in a case. From the smile on your face, I surmise that you won the first prize. Tacit. Tacit. Tacit is an adjective and it means something which is implied, something which is not said but understood. Perhaps this person, without talking to us, is implying to us, tacitly telling us to save money. In the sentence, they reached a tacit agreement not to discuss politics at work. Tenuous. Tenuous. Tenuous is an adjective, and it means something that has little substance or flimsy. So tenuous can refer to an argument. Your argument has little substance. Your argument is tenuous. Or perhaps like this bridge, we can say this bridge has a tenuous hold on the mountainside. We can imagine this bridge to collapse easily. He was losing his mind, and his grip on reality became rather tenuous. Tirade. Tirade. Tirade is a noun, and it refers to a verbal attack, somebody shouting at somebody in the phone, as in this photograph. The customers launched into a tirade about how the service in the restaurant was unacceptable. Let's review. Unbelievably, we are at the end of today's video already. 10 words we learned: spate, spectrum, sporadic, static, subjective, subside, surmise, tacit, tenuous, tirade. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon in the next video. Have a lovely day. Thank you, and bye-bye.